So let's go into your reading here, and I'm going to relay the initial messages that came through while I was shuffling for this spread, and then I'll go into this spread. One of the first things that I'm sensing here for Aquarius females specifically is I see a lot of social engagements that are going to be coming through for you for November. I see small trinkets, small gifts coming from other people to you, specifically like flowers and, little knickknacks, like pretty shiny things. And I'm seeing gems, jewelry, and some as well coming from you to other people. So there are some really exciting social engagements that are going to make you very happy. I see extravagant like social outings and a lot of trinkets coming through. Okay. And I feel that for a lot of you, there is a significant if you are, who you're Aquarius females, if you are dating, there is a significant person. And they're saying this is somebody who is very established, and I don't know why, but I feel like it's a man coming from a distance. So there might be some geographical distance between the two of you. I do see communication, like a lot of rapid communication back and forth through social media, through text, through, but I feel like it's a significant person. It's not like, you're scattering your energy between multiple suitors. I feel that it is specifically with one person. For Aquarius males out there, what I'm getting is, some family things that are coming through that you need to take care of. People within your family are demanding some of your attention. There might be assistance needed coming through. There's worries, I feel. A little bit of like housing worries. So wherever you're living, the living arrangement might not be stable, might not be as stable as you'd like. People going and people leaving and coming back in. So there's a lot of like, I feel like a little bit of a chaotic energy in your living arrangement for males and females, okay? And you might even be contemplating, like, is this a good place for me to stay? And how long realistically I can stay there? So there's that energy coming through with your living arrangement and also your family unit. I see a lot of you are contemplating travel. So there's like a short distance travel. I don't feel you're going overseas. I feel that you're going to an area that is near water. There's something here about a trip taken near water. So that's coming through as well. And I do feel it's going to bring a burst of new energy for you. And it's going to be very, very fruitful for a lot of you male and females. Okay. What I'm also feeling is I don't see any problems with travel arrangements. Everything's going to be smoothed out, and it's going to be, a very fruitful voyage. For others of you, I feel like you are still dealing with an ex, okay? And an ex that is coming through and who is a little bit hostile. So I feel some jealousy coming through from an ex because you are with somebody and you have like a significant, person in mind that you really care for on the romantic level. And there's a lot of reciprocity. So I feel like there is that jealousy coming through from an ex. I feel that it is best for you not to re-engage with this person because I feel they are emotionally irrational at this point. There is something here about rage and jealousy. Best not to re-engage in it. Give them some time to cool off and, just do your thing, okay? Exes are in the past for a reason, and especially if you have somebody significant in mind, there's just no reason to re-engage with the past. Don't bring that energy and let it affect your current relationship, okay? I'm also feeling that some of you are really financially, this is a big, big financial month for you. If you have a choice, I would say try to do the traveling and things like that. If you can help it, try to do that next month. Because I feel like you want to stay put to reap the financial opportunities that are made available to you for this month. What I'm also feeling as well, I see some problematic news coming through from exes. I do feel as well when it comes to vehicles, like if you're like traveling by air, like by boat, whatever, that's fine. I don't feel there's problems with that. But they're saying something here about car issues. So, you know, minimize driving as much as you can. There's some bad news, like expenditures regarding a car issue. So keep that in mind and, you know, buffer yourself accordingly, minimizing driving, or at least have some money saved up so that you can take care of this. I feel that it's gonna, you know, cost about $300-400 or so to get that fixed or to get that situation sorted out. They say there is some communication coming through that is going to keep you in limbo regarding some vehicle issues. Okay, so be careful with speeding. Just be careful when driving like on land in your vehicle, or, you know, a vehicle as well. So let's go into your reading here. The first cluster, so this is, you know, the same format that I've been doing. I just lay the cards out because these are smaller and they all fit on camera. So the first cluster here deals with the Strength card and the Five of Wands. The Strength card is a card about being resilient, okay? This is kind of like, I guess, like, you know, rather than cutting somebody down, it is really in your best interest to try to, I would say, like, manipulate a situation, but not in a bad way. It's sort of like finding a smart way to get your enemies to come on board with you. So that can be understanding where they're coming from so that you can spin a situation in your favor to accommodate them. Okay, but I don't feel there's deceptions or lies or any trickery involved here. It's just about, you know, finding the weak points, exploiting that, and, you know, getting other people to see what you're seeing. So there is a conflict here. And for a lot of you, it might be with a fire sign because of the Wands energy. It's the Five of Wands, which indicates, you know, breakdown in some type of communication, not agreeing with somebody and things like that. A lot of you might also have been dealing in some type of competitive sport. You might be betting. You might be like betting on games. You might also be physically playing a specific sport. And I do feel you want to be very careful about overexertion because the Strength card is also a card about health. So there is something here for those of you who are athletes regarding, you know, overexertion, possibly like injuries and things like that coming through. Okay, so keep that in mind. Stretch, do proper stretches, and don't overexert when you are exercising or doing anything like physically strenuous, especially pertaining to sporting events. Be careful about betting. Don't bet more than you're willing to lose, because I do feel this is just not a great time for risky endeavor. So that can be betting. So know the stats, do your research before you put any amount of money up for bets. What I'm also feeling here is if you are dealing with a fire sign who has been a little bit like, I guess, like, you know, you've been getting some type of news back and forth between you and this fire sign. So Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. I do sense that they're a little bit like frazzled up for some reason. And it is your job to kind of like have to smooth out the wrinkles in their lives. They might be really stressed out. They might have a lot of things, like a lot of projects that they're working on. I see them like running around. And as a result of it, whenever you're around them, you just never feel calm. You feel like very frazzled all the time. And I feel that it's in your best interest to try to calm them down, or at least, you know, tell them if it's like wearing on you. I feel like it might be emotionally and psychically wearing and even energetically wearing down your sense of stability. So you tell them, hey, I can't hang out with you when you're constantly like stressed out or like this, or mired in a very, very negative space. So let's just take a breather, and then we'll come back together when you've got things sorted out. So I feel like this could be a romantic partner, or it could just be somebody significant in your life. Could be family members. I'm seeing somebody that is very, very emotionally dear to you that is dealing with this, okay? There could be health issues as well with a fire sign that is prominent in your life. Especially I see, exes, I see mothers, and I see family unit, okay? Some health issues that's affecting another person. They're coming to you and they're doing this emotional dump, and you just don't know how to react, and you're trying your best to manage it, or at least you're trying to your best to like soothe them and calm them down. What is coming in with your financial state here? We do have the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a house card, and this is what I also consider like a marriage card as well. So a lot of you are at this point, there's something I feel is happening in your home environment where you're not feeling completely stable, and you're thinking about, how I can rearrange my homes. How you might have new people coming through, like new people moving in, new people moving out. You might be thinking about selling the property, getting new property. There might be some remodeling in the home environment, and as a result of it, it is creating like a financial drain on you as well. There might be a lot of expenditures that is needed for the home. And a lot of you, I feel a lot of energy where you are shuffling between places, and you don't really feel like you have a home. So you might have like a physical house or an apartment that you live in, but there's a lot of energy where you're running back and forth and you're not really like settled in. So I do see this, frazzled energy around you. If you can, I feel it is best for you to try to stay put this month. I do see a lot of you are planning to travel or have already bought tickets or, have already like laid down the framework to travel, but like you're never home. So your home, your sense of rootedness, your sense of like where you are and your sense of home is severely destabilized this month because you're not spending enough time in one location. What I'm also feeling is because of all the travel, be careful about, falling ill. When we're stressed out, our immune system is significantly weakened. And so be careful about bringing that and having that emotional, mental stress affecting your health, okay? Because I see that coming through. I do see as well some illness within the family unit. So mother, father, even though you don't live with them, I see some trips being taken as a result of somebody's health as well. Your financial state looks to me to be good. So I don't feel that, the Two of Pentacles deals with that. But I do sense it deals more with like, do I sell the home? Do I live here? Do I continue to stay, pay the mortgage, or do I want to buy a house? So there's a lot of concerns here about that. On the other end, and I'm going to do your romance reading in a little bit, I do feel a lot of you have met somebody very, very significant, and this person has all the prerequisites where you feel like you want to take things to the next level, and you're trying to decide what to do. Like, do we date each other exclusively? Do we take a trip together? How is this going to work? So there's an element of distance. There's an element of a relationship, a very, very stable partner. So an element of a long distance thing, an element of travel, and trying to solidify and stabilize a relationship. So I feel many of you are starting this month thinking about, long-term relationships, marriage, household like ownership, owning assets and things like that, and really wanting to have that sense of rootedness where you want to domesticate, which is great. So I feel like if you have been bouncing around, living out of a suitcase, this is the month in which you're like, I really want to settle down. And that's great because I feel like that's what your soul really needs, because I keep seeing you all bouncing around and like you're physically exhausted. Emotionally, you feel a little bit empty, and I feel like you want a little bit more of substance when it comes to, solidifying a relationship, okay? Now, what's coming through in your emotional life here? We do have the Page of Pentacles. Let's talk about this first. The Page of Pentacles is an earth sign, okay? So a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And I feel that there is somebody here that you're dealing with who is they might not be, like super financially stable. They might not have like a lot of money in the bank account, but I feel this is somebody who is very, very a good fit for you. They have a playful energy about them. So I see a lot of I almost feel like a very good energetic rapport between you and this person. And I feel for a lot of you, this is somebody that recently came in. I don't feel this is a person from the past because it's a page energy. It usually indicates to me new people and sun, moon, or rising. And I feel almost like this is somebody that, you know, wants a stable relationship with you. And I feel that for some of you, you like this person, but I feel that you're reassessing how to make the relationship work. There might be distance, there might be age gaps, there might just be values differences, and you might also have other suitors on the table. But overall, I just see that, you know, a lot of you, I just feel this energy where you are, you have somebody significant in mind and you really, you know, you like them, but you're trying to reassess how this is going to work out financially. And I feel for this month, this earth sign is figuring like quite prominently in this month because there is an element here about either traveling together, renting a house together, getting some type of semi-permanent housing arrangement together. There's going to be a lot of good energy, good rapport between you and this person, okay? I feel like this person is bringing you opportunities for recreational activities like social outings, you know, like doing things in the woods, I feel. And also like I see picnics, I see camping, I see like outdoor activities, hiking even. So they're bringing you opportunities to expand your leisure activities, and it's going to make you feel quite good, okay? Now what's coming through? Finances. This is a great cluster here. We do have the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles, especially for those Aquarius who are self-employed. You have a lot of emails, communication coming through, and it's a very busy month, okay? So finances are very stable. You have, if you are working in a client base, or like if you're dependent on clients, there's a lot of communication coming through. You're in high demand. You're on top of your game. And I do feel people are looking to you for a lot of, for your expertise. For those of you who are working, 9 to 5 and working for another person, I do see an element here where you are looking at other financial options. You might think about like where you are right now. Yes, there's a lot of financial abundance. I feel that. But you might be thinking about like, where else can I like apply so that I can get a better financial outcome. And also I can build up a career over time. So I feel for a lot of you, majority of you might have side gigs where you are self-employed. And then especially for those of you who are working right now, you're projecting, 5-6 years down the future, like down the line into the future, excuse me. And you might be thinking that like, yes, I'm making a lot of money right now, but how stable is it? So your aim is financial stability. And you're possibly flirting with the idea of, let me apply for some jobs just to see what's out there. So I see you curious and I see you browsing just to see what else is available out there because you want a career. You're in a very serious mindset right now where you want a career track. You want a relationship that has, marriage potential. You're thinking about, retirement. You're thinking about savings, and you're thinking about that nest egg that will allow you to travel when you are retired. So there's a lot of serious thoughts about, long-term planning, which is great. And I do sense that overall, financially, especially for self-employed people, you're going to be in very high demand. I do see it's like a month where you're hitting the ground running, and there's not going to be a lot of time for wasted this month. You're constantly, I see a lot of energy, like kinetic energy where you're shifting from one place to the next, almost like living out of a suitcase, it feels. So there's a lot of events planned, especially for women, and there's a lot of outings and things like that. And I feel for men, a lot of travel back and forth and things like that. Now, in terms of your advice, we have the Knight of Rods. And the Knight of Rods, this is a fire sign, a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries. This is somebody that is bringing in a lot of good news coming your way, like a lot of good news, positive energies, and they're bringing with them as well, like I'm feeling like the way that these cards are falling out, this is somebody that is trying to prove themselves to you for some reason, okay? So this is a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. And I do feel that what's going on here is they want to prove themselves to you, and they're pretty relentless. So the way that you're showing up here is the person in control, in command of of your feelings, your emotions, your life. You're somebody who is kind of like, this person is putting you on a pedestal. They see you as somebody who has great command, great control, great intelligence, and you know exactly what you're doing. And they want to form almost like a partnership with you. So you have a fire sign here that is trying their best to formulate, you know, like to figure out a course of, like a course of plans. So I see you sitting with this person, itemizing some things like, you know, let's do this, let's do that, and look at all these opportunities. And I feel like they're very sincere, and I feel that, you know, in whatever capacity, if it's a work situation, they're coming through, and they might ask you, you know, for advice. They might ask you to trust them. So I keep seeing that, and I feel that it's going to be very, very good for you. Any partnership that is planned for this month, especially with a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, is going to pan out very, very wonderfully. Any partnerships that you are hoping to form, especially with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, it is going to work out, but it's going to be very slow, mainly because I feel that they need more training, whereas the fire sign has like the foundation already laid out, okay?